They carried secrets in their worn hands that no pharmacy could sell and no doctor could learn in medical school. Here are the secrets of the Black grandmothers of the 1950s. 1. Vicks VapoRub became the universal chest and foot treatment. Having Vicks VapoRub slathered thick across your chest and the bottoms of your feet at the first sign of a cold was a bedtime ritual that every Black child knew by heart. Mothers reached for that iconic blue jar with determination, spreading the menthol-scented ointment in firm, circular motions while explaining that feet needed treatment just as much as chests. Nobody questioned the logic because it worked every single time. The strong eucalyptus smell filled bedrooms as children fell asleep with old socks covering their Vicks-coated feet and the healing vapors rising through their blankets. By morning, the congestion had loosened, the cough had calmed, and breathing came easier. That blue jar sat ready in medicine cabinets across Black households, representing the first line of defense against every respiratory ailment that dared enter the home. 2. Castor oil was the dreaded universal cure. Being forced to swallow castor oil for constipation, general sluggishness, or mysterious complaints was an experience Black children in the 1950s never forgot, though they desperately tried to avoid it. The thick, foul-tasting liquid was grandmother's answer to almost every internal ailment, administered healthy and strong. The morning molasses milk became comforting rituals that children often continued into adulthood, representing mother's commitment to nutrition even when resources were limited. 11. Apple cider vinegar balanced the body. Mixing apple cider vinegar into morning water was a daily tonic that Black families believed kept bodies balanced, cleansed, and ready for whatever challenges the day might bring. Grandmothers added splashes of raw apple cider vinegar to glasses of water, insisting everyone drink it before breakfast, despite the sour, sharp taste that made children grimace. This simple drink was credited with curing everything from indigestion to sluggishness to skin problems, representing comprehensive medicine in one affordable ingredient. The vinegar was believed to clean blood, aid digestion, and provide energy for demanding days ahead, though some families added honey to make it more palatable. Apple cider vinegar sat on kitchen shelves serving double duty as both cooking ingredient and daily medicine, representing practical healing that fit into morning routines. Grandmothers who drank this tonic their entire lives attributed their longevity to the simple morning ritual that cost pennies but delivered priceless health benefits. 12. Baking soda solved stomach troubles and skin irritations. Using baking soda remedies for stomach aches and skin irritations turned one simple kitchen ingredient into a complete medicine cabinet that solved multiple health problems. Black grandmothers knew that baking soda dissolved in water could settle upset stomachs faster than any store-bought antacid, creating fizzy drinks that relieved heartburn and nausea almost instantly. Children with belly aches were given this bubbly remedy and told to burp it out, learning that healing sometimes involved strange but effective solutions. Beyond stomach troubles, baking soda was mixed into cooling pastes for insect bites, rashes, and sunburns that drew out sting and reduced itching. This versatile powder cost almost nothing, but could be found in every kitchen pantry, representing affordable medicine that addressed multiple ailments with one simple ingredient. Grandmothers taught children all the ways this humble ingredient could heal, passing down knowledge that had served families for generations. 12. Kitchen herb gardens connected families to healing traditions. Growing kitchen herb gardens for healing was a living tradition that connected Black families to their ancestors and the land, creating windowsill pharmacies where medicine grew fresh daily. Grandmothers tended small gardens where mint, basil, chamomile, and other healing plants grew within easy reach, each serving specific medicinal purposes. Mint tea soothed upset stomachs and calmed nerves. Chamomile helped fussy babies sleep peacefully, and basil was crushed and applied to insect bites for immediate relief. Children watched and learned as grandmothers harvested leaves and brewed teas, absorbing knowledge that no medical textbook could teach. These kitchen gardens represented self-sufficiency and wisdom about healing without doctors, connecting families to African and Southern traditions where nature provided everything needed for health. The kitchen herb garden was more than plants growing in soil, it was heritage preserved in living form. 14. Grandmother's healing hands carried spiritual power. Feeling grandmother's hands and hearing whispered prayers over sick bodies was a healing experience that transcended any medicine, providing comfort that touched both body and soul. When children fell ill, grandmothers did more than administer remedies. They laid weathered hands on feverish foreheads, rubbed aching muscles, and prayed with faith so deep it seemed to have healing power of its own. Those hands that had worked fields, cooked countless meals, and raised multiple generations carried tenderness that made sick children feel completely safe and protected. Grandmothers sat by bedsides through long nights, whispering prayers and Bible verses, calling on God to bring healing while their voices provided comfort that eased both pain and fear. This laying on hands connected families to spiritual traditions that predated any pharmacy, representing healing that addressed not just physical symptoms, but emotional and spiritual needs as well. 15. Neighborhood midwives preserved generational healing wisdom. Trusting neighborhood midwives who knew remedies doctors never learned was how Black communities maintained health when hospitals turned them away or refused treatment based on race. These women, often called granny midwives, carried knowledge passed down through generations of Black women who had no choice but to heal themselves and their communities. They delivered babies, treated fevers, set bones, and made medicines from plants that grew wild, arriving day or night with bags full of herbs and homemade preparations. Families trusted their expertise over any doctor who might refuse treatment, knowing that midwives understood not just individual ailments, but entire family histories and constitutions. For Black families in the 1950s, the midwife represented survival itself, the continuation of healing traditions that kept communities alive through slavery, segregation, and systematic medical discrimination. When these women passed away, their knowledge often went with them, leaving families to mourn not just beloved healers, but entire traditions of care that modern medicine could never truly replace. These remedies worked, not because they were scientifically perfect, but because they were administered with love, faith, and generations of proven results. Black families in the 1950s understood that healing involved more than treating symptoms. It required addressing the whole person with remedies that nourished body, mind, and spirit. Today's children will never know what it felt like to be cured by a grandmother's touch, a kitchen remedy, and prayers whispered in the dark. They'll never understand that the most powerful medicine often came not from pharmacies, but from weathered hands that carried love, wisdom, and unshakable faith in the healing power of simple ingredients combined with generational knowledge.